Hello guys, this is Pep from Pep back at it again, and this is the first deck of the week, the Heroes week. We are starting with the Hero Alliance skill. Nice skill, we have some restrictions to fulfill, but that's fine. The skill is pretty crazy, and I actually decided to break it with Contra Zero Chaos so that we have access to an even tougher OTK to resist to, and also some negation just in case our opponents manage to resist to our OTK. But before we're jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So here we go with, of course, cheating Duel, but just because I unlocked the skill with him first, and just have a quick look at the skill. For the whole who do not know what it does, during this turn with this skill you can normal summon the elemental hero Neos without tributing, and this is an insane thing, not only for what happens later, but just because now we can play triple Neos without worrying about breaking, and that's really important. To be honest, that's one of the most important thing to actually take notice. And then we have once per turn, and actually it is once per duel. What you can do after you normal summon an elemental hero Neos, you can send one card from your hand to the graveyard. It can be anything, can be even a card that is not hero related, and you can add from your deck a Super Poly, or from outside your deck it can be a Polymerization, a Miracle Contact, or a Miracle Fusion. Really good, the fact that you can choose. Also, it's just, you know, every time you have a Neos in your hand, this means you have a Super Poly in your hand, so that's really insane. Then send 2 random Neos Fusion monsters from outside your deck to the graveyard and add 1 elemental hero Divine Neos to your extra deck. I mean, you're not gonna use the Divine Neos that much, but it can be really cool sometimes to go to summon him with the Miracle Fusion, so nice. And the requirements are that you have to play at least 10 heroes, and they have to be all elemental heroes, these guys. But you can play monsters outside heroes after those 10, so that's nice. And your extra deck has to contain at least 5 fusion monsters, so the other 2 slots can be anything else, but those 5 have to be elemental heroes, Neos, or Neos Fusion monsters, so really good. And this is the deck list. So as you can see right there, we have, let's start from the extra deck. Actually we have 1 Brave Neos, just because we need actually extra deck space. So now the 8th slot would be really appreciated. Then we have the Sunrise, of course, just 1 is enough. We have all the stuff for the all the targets for the Super Poly. We have the Great Tornado, the Shining, and the Squirtle. Of course, these last 2 guys, of course, are for the Super Poly, because most of your opponents are going to play dark and light monsters, so that's why you won't have Squirtle and the Shining, so that you fuse with the Super Poly using your opponent's monsters. Then we have here comes the spicy package, Grand Merge and Contrast. So to summon Contrast you need 2 Masked Heroes, but you cannot play Masked Heroes because of the skill, so that's why we use the Grand Merge package. So if we summon the Grand Merge, and that's pretty easy because we can play 3 elemental hero Neos thanks to the skill. After he attacks, you can tribute him and go with Contrast. Why we want to summon Contrast? Because it is so freaking cool, and he is the only negation we have for heroes. So switching to the deck list, we have the 10 monsters are triple elemental hero Neos, mandatory, triple Blazeman, mandatory in my opinion as well, double Liquid Soldier, double Stratus. The Liquid Soldier is for the Pot of Greed, and Stratus is to pop back row and to have access to Tornado as well. Then we have the Super Poly, of course. One Summoner's Art, maybe I could just, you know, get rid of it, but I just like to have like I have 7 starter in my deck out of 21 cards, so it's just like, you know, 1 of 3. Every time I draw a card is just 1 of 3 chances, so that's pretty nice. 1 chance is out of 3, so we have a 33% chances to get an opener, because Blazeman can be an optimal opener, and we have a Neos as an opener, and the Summoner's Art as well, that counts as a Neos. Then we have triple Neos Fusion, that can be breaky just because we only play one Brave Neos. But you can also discard it and have double protection for the Brave Neos, so you just cool to play 3. 1 poly is enough because we can look for it, and we can look it also with the skill from outside our deck, and then it comes to Hero Blast that perfectly synergizes with the Super Poly. So because Hero Blast just provides an extra interruption and also a card in your hand that you can discard as a requirement for the Super Poly activation. Also, recycling a Neos from the graveyard can be optimal to go into your Grand Merge and then into your Contrast. So guys, this deck works pretty cool. I went from Legend Rank 1 to Legend Rank 2 with it, and I have also a pretty nice win streak with it. Super consistent and insanely good, guys. So that's all for the explanation. We can jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. Let's start interrupting a 3 win streak. This is yugioh, but we've got Xiangxing skills, so it seems to begin. So let's see how far he can go. We know that this deck is pretty strong. It's actually the deck that I used to reach COG last month, just a week ago, I guess. And so let's see how good he can open. So he's got the skill, of course, and he opened the second donkey, so that's pretty nice. He's gonna have a level 4, and let's see if he has something else. So he's got the choker, so it's a pretty nice opening to begin with. He's got the Abyss Jeweler that is not gonna affect us really that much. I mean, he can stop the Liquid Soldier though, so maybe it's nice. And then he's got the Synchro Summon of Meteorburst Dragon, using the effect to summon the Magician from the Pendulum, and then 7 and 7 into the Volopharenges, the Dragon Destroyer. So he has a pop in our turn, but that is not gonna be enough. Look at this, summoners are just ahead of the elemental hero Neos. Normal summoning him to activate the skill and look for Super Poly, discarding the Stratus, then Super Poly, discarding the other Neos from our hand to get rid of the Dragon Destroyer. So Escridao is here, and then Miracle Fusion into Grand Merge. Grand Merge is gonna summon the Contrast, and even if he has a Kyler in his hand, next turn we can negate 1 card in his hand, so we are really chilling. I attacked that, I used the effect of Grand Merge, but he just scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. Here I was on a 2-win streak against Galaxy Eyes, the most popular deck of this period of time. So we have Summoner's Art to begin with, just to go with our Neos summon, and of course we're gonna discard the Hero Blast to the Super Poly, and here we go. Here comes the combo I told you about. I told you about before. So we have a Hero Blast and a Super Poly, so that Hero Blast can recycle the card we need to discard for the Super Poly play. It's got Galaxy Cycling on the Hero Blast. We can activate that response, that's fine. So we're gonna have a card to discard for the Super Poly play. It's got Xyz Galaxy, as you can see right there. He used that one to have a Lord, Photon Lord in his extra deck, then a couple of set cards, and he's done. But we at this point we can just start with Stratus to pop the back rows. He has Treacherous, unfortunately. I went with the Super Poly play at this point just to go into the Shining, actually into Sunrise, because I wanted to pop the other card that was a Forbidden Lens. So now he has the Galaxy Photon Dragon attack to 0, then Miracle Fusion to go into Grand Merge. So look at that again. I got the Sunrise effect and he just scooped. But guys, I had Grand Merge, of course. So look at how easy it is to summon the Grand Merge and then the Contrast. That's how you do it. There you go. Here we go, my boys. Third duel interrupting a rank up. Let's see what we've got. So we have a double set and a set monsters, and then it's us to begin with the Blazeman that I used the effect to send the Liquid Soldier to the graveyard, then Neos Fusion. Here, as you can see right there, guys, if we had access to Absolute Zero, I could have used my Miracle Fusion because I have 2 water monsters, but actually I couldn't. So we have the Neos Fusion, as you can see right there, and then here comes the double interruption. It's got a Book of Moon. I decided not to pop that because if this is Tag Genius, this in the end phase it would have been able to have any Tag Genius monster from the deck to his end, and I didn't want that to happen. So he's got that you go the Striker, then as soon as he summons the Werewolf, I can destroy that with my Hero Blast, and it's got Call of the Hunted, and here comes the second interruption. Look at that. This double interruption is so cool, both without targeting and one without even destroying. Look at that, his Escridao is here. He still has that to protect himself, but of course that is not gonna help him. We have the Summoner's Art again. We can summon the Neos, as you can see right there. normal summon, of course, so we can use the Mythical Fusion into... Look, guess what? Ground Merge is here and he's top tier with this time. He doesn't scoop, luckily for us. Ground Merge to Chip, then go into Contrast. At this point we can just attack and finish him exactly with Contrast Hero Chaos. So guys, that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. Here I was at a 7-win streak. This was the 8th in a row. So we had a actually a mirror match. This was so freaking cool. So it's me to begin, and we just went with the normal summon of our big boy, and then the skill to had the Super Poly, of course. And here comes the Neos Fusion play, sending a back on saver that will actually it's a really nice defensive play. So we have even more stuff too. I mean, look at that. We have 2 interruption and another protection in the graveyard, plus the Neos Fusion to protect the Brave Neos. That's really good. Now I feel safe to play heroes. He actually began the duel with the Sunrise summon, using the Liquid Soldier to draw a couple of cards more and adding the Miracle Fusion to his hand. At this point he went on with the normal summon of Neos, so now he can use the skill as well to add the Super Poly, discarding a Stratos. Here comes the Super Poly. Then the only bad thing is that because he fusion summoned the Sunrise first, I lost the chances to pop something with Hero Blast because all these guys were bigger than 2500. That was the only actually sad thing. So he's got the Mythical Fusion to go into Great Tornado to cutting off the attack of all my monsters. That was pretty bad. So Hero Blast to have a card in my hand so that I can use my Super Poly. I actually waited for him to target my back row with the effect of Sunrise, so he has the effect no more. And then Super Poly, it comes fusing his monsters to go into my Sunrise, as you can see right there. I could add my Mythical Fusion to hand. He attacked anyway, then he went for his Super Poly to summon all 3 of them into Elemental Hero Core. That was nice. He didn't have lethal, but I still have my Beacon Saver, so I was chilling. At this point, here comes the Spice Mythical Fusion. I just went for the spiciest Divine Neos. Look at that, Divine Neos, then Liquid Soldier to draw 2, then a Summoner's Art to add a Neos to my hand. Here comes the normal summon of Neos. I cannot use the skill once again, unfortunately, it's only once per duel, but then I can use the effect of Divine Neos to make it, to copy the effect of Sunrise. So I attacked with Neos, used the effect of Divine Neos, but actually of Sunrise, popped the core, and he's got the effect of core though to summon the Great Tornado. That's fine, I can still wait right there. He's got just a set card. At this point I just drew Stratus to pop the only back row he has. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. So guys, that was all for today's video for my Hero Alliance videos. I cannot exclude that we're gonna have more Hero Alliance videos in the next days. I'm just gonna play so much with this deck that maybe I'm gonna have tons of ideas. I hope you enjoyed my Hero Alliance version with the Contrast Hero Chaos. Of course guys, if you have some questions, don't be afraid to ask in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.